Okay, so we're back looking at two different sounds and contrasting and comparing those sounds. We're talking about minimum pairs, pronunciation. And if you looked at a video that I did on minimum pairs with B versus V, I said that that's more for Spanish speakers because in English, an English speaker, native English speakers, is not going to mix up or hear the same thing when they hear the V versus the B, because it's not pronounced in the same place in the mouth, where the F, the versus the F versus the V, yes. At one time, from what I understand, because I'm sort of a amateur historian of the English language, the two sounds were very, very similar to the point where at one time they were the same sounds, not in all versions of English, but in certain versions of English. Also, you'll notice that when you have, for example, a noun, sometimes, just sometimes, when you have, for example, the noun, let me share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. If you see here, you have the noun belief. The corresponding verb, instead of having the F, you have the V, to believe. There's quite a few words like this. One more thing. Sometimes with the noun, you will have the word the word will end in F. For the plural, the word ends, the F is removed and you get the VES. Also, if one of those words is a verb, then the he, she, it form, because it's the same thing, it ends in S, the F is replaced and you get the VES. So let's look at these words and notice how I pronounce them. Oh, an example would be, as far as the F and the V is concerned, think about how you say OF versus how you say OFF. OF is of, not of. It's OV. Even though it's written with an F, it's of. And think about how you say OFF, off, off. The F is pronounced like an F. So let's look at it. Belief, believe. And I think when we're speaking quickly, it's very easy for the belief, believe. It's very easy for the V to be pronounced like an F, very easily. Fill, vil. Define, divine. And if you pronounce, let's say in this word, if you pronounce the F like a V, instead of define and divine being minimum pairs, they become homophones, two words pronounced exactly the same but spelled differently. Fail, veil. The only difference is the V and the F, or the F and the V. Grief, grief is a noun, one's grief, and to grieve is the verb. It ends in an F. When it's the verb, everything is spelled the same before the F. Remove the F and then put VE. Fail, veil. Life. Now, this could be, I'm going to assume that this is a verb because L-I-V-E can be pronounced live or it can be pronounced live. Live is the verb. to live. So life is the noun and the F is removed, the FE in this case is removed, and then VE is put in its place. But LIVE has two pronunciations. It's a homograph. It's live, which is the noun to live, verb to live, and then it's live. How is the show being taped? It is being taped live. Fan, van. Leaf, once again, the noun, the leaf, and the verb. Well, well, you know what? Yes. And the verb leave, leave. The F is replaced and then the VE. But here, I should have put leaf versus leaves. No, I couldn't. Because here you have the noun, and if you want to pluralize it, you remove the F and then put VES. But the verb to leave is to go away. It's kind of confusing, but not that much. Fast, vast. Shelf, shelve. F, then removed to shelve something, VE. Fat, vat. I find myself now, now that I'm talking of these words, consciously making the sound and the sound, the and the. One is voiced, one is unvoiced. Reefs, reeves. Fear, veer. Rifle, rival. They wouldn't look like they pronounce anything alike, but they are. Fee, thee. Few, view. Fill, veal. Proof, prove. Proof, the proof is in the pudding. The proof, the noun. To prove, the verb. Folly, volley. Fine, vine. Sniffle, snivel. File, vial. Ferry, very. Calves, calves. Okay, calf, F, ends in S, forget the apostrophe S right there. And then if you want to pluralize it, you add VES. Calves, it's not plural, it's possession. The calves, I don't know, leg or something. Fault, vault. Ferry, vary. Infest, invest. Figure, vigor, vigor, vigor. Not vigor, vigor. They wouldn't look like they'd be pronouncing anything alike, but that U-R-E and that O-R pronounced basically the same. Fuse, views. Once again, they look like they wouldn't have anything to do with each other as far as pronunciation. Feud, viewed, focal, focal, vocal. First verse, off, of. I give that as an example. Surf, serve. And if you want to say serves, surfs, it's, I've seen both, you know, I've seen SERFS and then I've seen SERVES. I think the spelling is changing. Serves and surfs. Face, face. That C in face is an S sound. Defy, divide. Thieves, thieves. The F in plural becomes a VES. Vain, vain. They look like they wouldn't have anything to do with each other as far as spelling. Strife, that's the noun. To strive is the verb. Fi, vi. Waif, wave. Knife, knives. Look at the F, then the VES. Defies, devise. Foul, vowel. Scarves, scarves. The reason I put the apostrophe S for a couple of these, because I want you to hear it when it ends in an S, but I can't put it in just an S because then it would be incorrect. Because scarf is, when it's plural, it's VES. So I put scarves, the possession. So it sounds like I'm saying scarves with no apostrophe S, but that's what I'm doing. Scarves, scarves, and F, and then the plural of scarf is VES. Safe, save. Phase, vase. Fender, vendor. To have an accident is to have a fender bender. They're using the V and the B. Wife's, my wife's house, wives. The FE is replaced by VES for the plural. Belief, believe, once again. Oh, there's that chair and share. Okay. I must love that CHSH. Okay, so here we go. We're talking about the B. For the English speaker, it's the F versus V. For the Spanish speaker, it's the B versus V. For whatever it is, this will help you with the pronunciation so that you will be able, as far as how you pronounce, to pronounce words that are minimum pairs, you can pronounce them correctly. And also you'll be able to distinguish between letters that sound very similar to each other. Once again, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to say thank you very much. This is Corella Fickler McLean. I hope you were able to learn something from this video. Please share it. And please tell people about my video, about my platforms, my webpage at Welcome, WYLCOME, at my YouTube channels. I have two YouTube channels. Okay, so I can get as many views as possible. And if you will be so kind, please subscribe. So, Corrala Fickler McLean, welcome, WYLCOME.com. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.